We're back here on our program, The Platform, talking about Bahamas Nightlife, which is a new website, a new radio station, a new television,
An app.
and a new app. Okay, very good.
And it's
Bianca?
just so wonderful because we live in a transparent society right now. So even Bahamians or tourists can comment about their experience. So, it's beneficial to everybody. And actually, I had a friend come down here, and I was amazed with how much she uses the internet for everything. Do you know that they have a site where you could be anywhere in the world and you can see who is on this site with you and say, I just want to meet a friend. Are there any friends on this side in the Bahamas? Let's go hang out and have a coffee or something together, which was really interesting. That's what she was doing, meeting random people that were just all a part of this site. And then this thing with the Uber, how everybody was looking for Uber all the time when I was just taking out some tourists. And so with the Uber car, you go and you get a ride with any person, and the person rates you as a customer, and you rate them. So like this is how people are used to living in the States already. This is what they're doing, and I feel like so behind because I'm not used to any of this, but just to have an application like this where you could look at this date, what's happening on Saturday. Well, wings are for sale here, or this place has a big sale going on, or there's a concert happening, and then there's the church service or whatever. It's all there for me on my calendar. I don't have to go searching for what there is to do. So I'm really excited about this.
Like you say, it's totally integrated. We have the car service integrated into
the
app,
car also.
And we also have the live chat. So persons can say, what's going on? I'm up. What's going on right now? And there's a live chat, live feed. Persons say, okay, I'm at this spot, it's lit, or this church service is going on, or whatever's going on. So we have all of those features integrated. Like I say, what we're doing is creating an experience for everybody.
How difficult it is to have to monitor these things and to, you have to police it as well, because you don't want people abusing your app. How do you have systems in place to do all of this?
Yeah, we have a team that monitors what goes on. We have a team that monitors Facebook. We have a team that monitors the comments and whatnot. We also have a vetting system.
Right.
So we're not gonna send persons into an area where it's not safe.
You're allowing people to use your application to do whatever they wish to do. Yes, and isn't it open to abuse as WhatsApp is open to abuse, and on all of these other applications? I've seen some terrible things on the internet.
Well, with anything, there's pros and cons. However, we try to fix as much of the pros and cons as possible. We try to make sure that the abuse we don't highlight. Like I said, we have a vetting system. So we want to make sure that the product that's presented is presentable. It's good enough to be presented. When a company signs up, we have somebody that goes there and says, okay, the place isn't too clean. You don't have a security or whatnot. We give you a 2-star rating. So when persons go to the website and they see this location, it's a 2-star rating. They know what to expect. So that's how we try to.
But sometimes when you have a poor rating, you'd want to know, well, why this place has a poor rating, and you would want to click onto it to see exactly why.
We're not in the business of causing companies to lose. However, what we're going to do is offer the ability to help them.
Yeah, but
so
isn't your radio, or what you might call your application, open to abuse, and you would have people who want to put on whatever they want to put on your web page?
Oh no, that's not.
No,
we police that.
Yeah. When they submit.
Well, if I pay you to put on whatever I wish to put on.
No, there's terms and agreements that companies have to follow.
Okay.
So when you submit something, it goes through an approval process. You're not just going to put some explicit things to the website because our medium goes from 13 and up because we offer kids events and whatnot. We expect young persons to be at on the website as well. So we have an approval system that you have to abide by. So you're not just going to just put any random thing to the website. Everything goes through an approval process.
So then the person who is purchasing space on your website really doesn't have control.
They have control, but what we're trying to do is help them be better, help them sell their product better as well.
And I'll say this, when we say we give them some control, for instance, if you're having an event, you have the ability to put that event there. If you have a menu, anything relating to your business, you can put that information out there. As far as the radio station, we control that, meaning that we decide what content goes on there. So, for instance, somebody who wants to put, some trashy stuff on there, they're not able to do it because it has to go through us. And we approve it, we look at it. If it's suitable, then we will put it. But mainly what we're going to be putting on there is just, like I say, music, to really push behavior.
You're controlling the content of the music?
Yes.
Yeah, we control what plays.
Yeah,
There's guidelines.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
There's guidelines. When there's certain artists who feel free to express themselves, in various ways. But what we told them is that this is a public, it's for the public. So we have to offer a certain level of content to be, credible. So either they clean up or it's a lost opportunity for them.
Well, you would normally have a radio edit version if that's the case.
Most persons.
Yeah, people do that. So it's just such a nice way for people to get themselves out there, especially since this is a #1 complaint. And we always talk about people that have come on this show that their place is the best kept secret. We always say, oh, that's the best kept secret, right? So now they have another way to do it without somebody coming up with the name of their individual website. Now you have things that you didn't even know what was going on, and now you can see it all nice and clear for you that this is what's happening on a daily basis, which is so nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so while you were director of e-commerce, you were the webmaster as well?
Well, my background is in IT, and I've done several, over the past few years, I've been heavily involved in website design, creating platforms for businesses and also for myself. So basically, I'm in a position now where I oversee a team of web developers and coders, programmers.
This is a big market, isn't it?
It's an open market.
It's an open market.
It's an open market.
Yeah, it's an open market.
And you have more and more people who are interested in building websites, eh? Their own personal websites.
Yes.
And you control the server.
Well, we control the server. We have our own dedicated server that we use.
For Bahamas Nightlife.
Right.
Okay. It's nothing that is controlled outside the country.
No.
No. That's a quick no.
It's all behavior.
Yeah, we control our servers.
Okay. How costly is it to get on your app?
It's free for the end user, but for businesses, we have packages starting at $159 a month.
$159.
$159 a month.
Okay.
And I think the most expensive package is $297. Because different packages come with different features. We have the text blasting feature, we have the push notification features, geolocation features. So different packages, like I say, once we sit down, we decide which package is good for you. Because some companies may not require the bigger package, and we want to make sure that everybody gets the best of what we have to offer.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
It's exciting. Well, as we said, you come at a very interesting time in our development because a whole lot of young people are they're surfing, they're on the World Wide Web, and some of these things that you are producing might be in competition with the other radio stations, eh? Because we are streaming as well, in Jones Communications in Love 97. So I'm in direct competition with you, sir.
I see it as no competition.
You see it as
There's
no competition. Well, you know,
Our-
I'm playing music, live streaming, and I want Bahamians who live in New York or London or wherever to listen to Love 97.
And that's where we're different. You want Bahamians, we
Yes.
want everybody.
Yes, but foreigners as well. I have people who listen to Love 97 in Panama, in London. As a matter of fact, they call the station all hours of the night, thanking us for playing good music, you know.
Yes.
So I'm in competition with you, but welcome to the competition.
But theirs is strictly all Bahamian only.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'll say this, you know, we don't look at anybody being competition. What we're focusing on, we're focusing on creating our niche, a uniqueness, a product, and serving it out there. Look at it. For instance, you have an eBay and you got Amazon, two big giants that's selling. You know,
Yes.
you know, there
that's
is competition,
competition.
but it is competition. But we don't focus on competition per se. They say, well, okay, we're competing. You know.
You're providing a service.
We're providing the service that we want
Yes.
to provide, an
Yes.
excellent service that people will want to come.
Yes, that is good. And once you provide a compelling service, I guess people would use your website. And so, but you have to consider that you are in competition as well. You know, I tell people that JCN is in competition with CNN and MSNBC and all of these other stations because, you know, we are on at the same time, and it's only using your remote control. That's the difference between JCN and, say, CNN, right?
Yeah.
So it's a competition.
Right, and then you build up your followers.
Yes, you build up your
really-
followers, and that is why we want compelling programs, and that is why Bianca brings good guests
Yes.
from time to time, you know. And that is why you're so fortunate to be on our program.
Well, I know we were invited here too because Nygaard, our father,
Yes.
was an integral part in nightlife.
Yes.
He's a very sociable person. I remember in my early years when I met him, he, you know, we had a lot of parties, and when we spoke, he talked about building as well. He's very integral in building. He likes to build people. He likes to support. And he likes to contribute, and we appreciate him for that, and we applaud him on his golden jubilee.
Yes. No, he's a very creative person, very innovative.
Yes.
And what you are doing is extremely innovative. And you ought to be congratulated for what you're doing, because this is you're taking advantage of a new vista of opportunity for young entrepreneurs in the Bahamas. And so you ought to be commended for this.
Thank you.
Yes, it's so important to not get left behind and to stay on track with technology, or we will get left behind, you know, and I think that that's one thing that my dad has always been really good at, is staying on top of technology, so much to where his fashion company, he even changed the slogan in 2000 to say that he's a technological company that just so happens to make women's garments.
Yes.
Because everything was done by computers, and it was so precise and accurate, and you have an exact marking. It wasn't done manually anymore, you know. So we can think in a way that, you know, that we're not going to get on board, and if you're not going to get on board, then you are left behind.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well, thank you so very much for being here today.
Thank you, Mr.
We
Jones.
appreciate it very much, and we wish you much success with Bahamas nightlife.
Thank you.
And you come back and tell us soon how it's going.
Yes.
Good. Now we're going to take a break, and when we return from this break, we're going to see a beautiful fashion show, right?
Yes, well, how my dad's celebrating his 50th anniversary now. They've been doing a series of events and parties around the world.
Yes.
So they just had a wonderful fashion show in Winnipeg, where they went through the years of him in the last 50 years of business. So you'll
Yes.
see him each decade, where and they wore those kinds of clothes. And actually, all the associates were the models in the fashion show. And then they had a beautiful segment with cancer survivors and stuff. So we have a nice clip from that.
Very good. Okay, we take this break, and when we return, we will see this beautiful fashion show put on by Nygaard International. We'll come right back.